This is History Replay. This day, 1985, a year that would forever change the landscape of music. A voice, unparalleled in its power and purity, emerged. That voice belonged to none other than Whitney Houston, young Whitney Houston and family. Born into a musical dynasty, Whitney was destined for greatness. But no one could have predicted the meteoric rise that awaited her. Cissy Houston, Whitney's mom, according to Cissy Houston, Whitney always had that spark, that something special. When she sang in the church choir, you could feel the room light up. A young Whitney singing in church. But it wasn't just her voice that set her apart. It was her charisma, her stage presence, and her undeniable talent. Whitney Houston once said in an interview, "I just want to sing. I want people to hear my voice and feel something." And feel they did. On September 28, 1985, the world was introduced to Whitney Houston's self-titled debut album. The album was a sensation. With tracks like Saving All My Love for You, How Will I Know, and Greatest Love of All, Whitney had not just released an album, she had given the world an anthem. The album was more than just a collection of songs. It was a cultural moment. Whitney's voice transcended boundaries, breaking barriers in a music industry that was often divided. In an interview with a music historian said that Whitney's debut was groundbreaking. She was a black woman dominating pop charts, breaking records, and setting new standards. Her influence was, and still is, immeasurable. The album's success was undeniable. It became the best-selling debut album by a solo artist at the time. But beyond the numbers, it was the impact on fans that truly told the story. Here are a couple of Whitney's fans from the 80s talking about her and her music. Fan 1. I remember hearing How Will I Know for the first time and just dancing around my room. Whitney was everything. Fan 2. Her songs were the soundtrack to my teenage years. I felt like she was singing just for me. And now, a moment for you, our viewers. Share your favorite Whitney Houston memory in the comments below, and subscribe for more deep dives into music history. Whitney's debut album wasn't just about the music, it was about the message. Songs like Greatest Love of All spoke to self-worth, empowerment, and love. Her voice, her passion, and her message resonated with millions. And the world was never the same. Grammys, American Music Awards, Billboard accolades. Whitney's trophy cabinet began to overflow, but it was the love from her fans that mattered most. Whitney Houston mentioned in one of her many interviews that, "The awards are great, but it's the fans, their love and support, that mean everything to me." As we look back on the legacy of Whitney Houston's debut album, we're reminded of the power of music, the power to inspire, to heal, and to bring people together. Whitney Houston's rise to fame wasn't just about chart-topping hits. It was about touching hearts and changing lives. So, as we celebrate the anniversary of this iconic album, let's remember the voice, the legend, and the impact of Whitney Houston. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey. And before you go, share your favorite Whitney Houston memory in the comments below. And subscribe for more deep dives into music history. Until next time, keep the music alive. This is History Today, This Day. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next episode.